Hello, this is my graduation project made for our contest. It's an NBRM contest, National Bank of the Republic of Macedonia. It's called the Robot in Zashtidy. There are a couple of versions of the game, like the Android version, the iOS version, PS version, web version. Android 4 is a little slow, so I'll be demonstrating the PC version of the game. It's exactly the same as the Android or iOS or any other version except for the display. It's called the Robot and the The game is quite simple. It's just a driving simulator. This is the default Unity window, which allows you to set the screen resolution, the graphics quality, the monitor. If you're using multiple monitors, you can override the controls here. Alright, these are main settings. So without further ado, let's start the game. This is the flash screen, the logo of the game, the logo of the owner of the game. This is the title or the logo of the game. There are two flash screens, as you can see. The game's a little laggy at the beginning. This is the main menu of the game. This bothers. These are all Unity buttons. The icons of the Unity buttons are made in Macromedia Fireworks 8. Everything used in the game is made in Fireworks 8. I know, guys, Photoshop is way better, way faster, way professional, way more professional, but I'm used to Fireworks 8, so it's cool for me. I mean, it works just fine, as you can see. So let's start a new game first. You can write your name here. There's an if statement which detects if there is a game. If there is a string in the input field, it deactivates the button. This button right here takes you to the game window. As we're waiting, it's setting up some player prefs for the game, like a name prefs, fuel prefs, wheels, color of the car prefs, stuff like that. So this is the game. The main goal of the game is to drive this vehicle around. It's supposed to represent a taxi vehicle, and the timer is over here, so you have to try to get to the desired destination before the time runs out. The level is here is the current level. This is the pause of the game. So there are three options in this window, like resume playing, restart playing, or head home. As you can see here, the reverse lights are because the car is in reverse. These are the reverse lights. Here are the stop lights. Here on the plate, it's the name we've entered before. It's set in the player prefs. That's about it. So let's continue playing. There's a set trigger. There's a trigger here. When we enter the trigger and the velocity of the car, the speed velocity is below 3.6, or the car is moving real slow. It triggers and activates a sound called horn of the game, and the passenger moves in the car. There is an animation for walking animation and idle animation. The passenger was in idle, so when we triggered the object, the man mark object, the passenger triggered from idle to walking, and the object, the parent object of the passenger, moved towards the car. It has a little cube here. It's an invisible cube without rendering, just a cube, an object which when the man object, when the passenger object, when the passenger object hits a small distance before it disappears. So here is the main goal. The main goal of the game is to hit the trigger with the passenger before the time runs out, when you run out of time. So here in the game, here in this window, this is the amount we collected, the amount of money we earned. It's currently in the credit card, and it's set in the credit card player pref. So here we can change the sound. It has sound of the game. It has an update change function when it changes the slider to change the sound, and this right here says the in-game sound, in-game background sound, player pref. So whenever the game window starts, it takes the sound volume from the player pref and the sound value, and it sets the sound value to a sound volume. So we completed our first level, and we had I don't know, was it $5 grand on the credit card, so we have to take that in cash. If we want to take that in cash, we can use the ATM machine. The ATM machine is a little animation which is played. Alright, so the game wasn't saved correctly, so that's why it had 0 value. When I hit continue game, the game continues from that amount of level which is saved in the player prefs. Here the level 1 is saved, so we need to complete the level 1 first to earn some money so we can withdraw them from the ATM machine. The brake lights right here and the reverse lights are particle systems which are triggered whenever we hit the brakes. The vehicle is a standard Unity asset vehicle, and the models are downloaded from 3d.com, so they're over the Unity asset vehicle. All the other vehicles you see in the game. Alright, now we are in 500. Let's try and withdraw those 500. Yeah, as you can see, we've withdrawn $500, so we can spend that $500 on the car show, for etc., for wheels, for paint. You can paint a car, you can buy a new car, but at the moment we ain't got no money for a new car, so these are the 3 cars the player has. They all come with stock wheels and stock yellow color. Here you can see the amount of cash we got, the amount of credit we got. It's in the player pref, so you can see here you can sell the car, you can buy the car. You can buy a car with cash or credit, but at the moment we ain't got no cash, so we ain't got no credit, so we can't buy a car. Same goes for this car right here, it's a 4-door sedan. We tried to buy a car, but we can't buy a car, we can't pay for the car, we ain't got no money for it. All we have is this stock car. It's a hatch, it's a 3-door hatchback. We can paint the car, let's say red. We ain't got no credit, so all we have is cash, so we can buy in cash. Now you can see the car is painted red. This is applied. We have different materials. I know it's bad to have one material and send the color, but I use different materials. I have red material, yellow material, white material, and whenever I paint the car, I set the material number in an array. No, I send the material number in the player prefs, and whenever there's a vehicle in the scene, it first loads the number from the player prefs, and there's an array from numbers from 0 to, I know it was 0, 1, 2, from 0 to 3. And for instance, if the color is 2, if the color is 3, the color is white. If the color is from this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. As you can see, we changed the color, and now we have $300. Not enough money to buy ourselves some wheels. I thought we can change the wheels, but I mean, and that's right here. The car is now red. The car will be red, and here the actual challenges. The player has to collect the exact same amount as written in the top right corner. There are a lot of different pieces of cash lying around the city, and the player has to collect the exact same amount. So if the player exceeds the amount, the challenge is over. The challenge is not completed. The challenge is completed when the player matches the amount of collected money with the amount in the top right corner. For example, I can collect 10 danners, now 5 danners, I have 15 danners. Now I have 25 danners. For the bank, there's a bank in this game where you can put money in the bank and invest in the bank and get your money back with a little interest in. This is the bank. You have first of all you have to put some money in the bank. Every time you play a level, every time you finish a level, there's a 3% interest in the amount which you already put in the bank. So it's worth it to put money in the bank. That's the mode of the game. You need to save your money, put your money in the bank, and get a little extra savings with a little extra interest. So let's say if I put 20 here, there's a little animation going with a bank counter, which I put money in the bank. I sign a contract for the money I put, and the money is already put. So I have to play a level. Let's play another level to get a little interest in the money. Alright. Honestly, the color looked way better when it was yellow than red. Red is a little, I know, it's a little hot color. So, drive around, pick up this female passenger. Alright, my speed is adjusted the velocity. The velocity is more than 2.6, so the passenger stops moving. When the passenger hits that cube right there, which is rendering this a little waypoint system with some vectors. Alright, we finished the level. Now we can take our money from the bank with a little interest. Alright, this is animation, and we have now, we can buy some wheels now. I think we have enough money to buy some wheels. 500, 200, right? So we can buy a pair of wheels. We ain't got no cash, so enough cash, so we're buying with credit. Now the car has better looking wheels. They're a lot sportier, and they're set in a prefab, so every time we start the level with the car, let's go to another challenge. The car will have those precise wheels. Alright, the color is red. You can see the wheels are those sporty type wheels. As you can see the wheels right here, yeah, the wheels are spinning. So we can here pause the game, go back to the menu. Every button is using an on-click event which triggers a function, and I think I covered pretty much everything of the game. That's the game, that's the whole game. This right here is the educational part, transaction, savings, what are savings, why you should save money, so that's the educational part. This is a text slider. This is the text area and which is visible to the player. That's pretty much everything. The game access with the Unity function application.quick, so I'm signing out for now, and if you have any questions, just drop me a message.